One, welcome to our live stream today. We are going to be talking about prospecting, but not just prospecting. We're going to be talking about how you nurture those leads that you all are getting, hopefully, especially right now in this spring market, or as the spring market is approaching. So what do you do when you finally make that contact, when you finally make that phone call, or you run into that person at an open house, you do that door knock, somebody answers their door, then what? So what we're going to be talking about today is just how do we turn the prospecting or the lead generating into business? Well, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Just a reminder that our PowerPoint presentations are sent out by Emma after each live stream. So if you are ever curious about the presentations that I'm doing, those are sent out every week. Talking about nurturing leads and prospects. Not only is it important for you as a real estate professional to get the business, but how do you keep the business? As it's not about having the right opportunities, it's about handling the opportunities right. It's the right opportunities. It's about handling the opportunities right. This quote because when we get our license, right? Brand new to the business, you get your license, and then you're told, all right, go get business. And so you're like, okay, great. How do I do that? And then once I do, or once I get in front of someone, how do I handle that situation? How do I turn that contact into business? And I really love this meme with Jim Carrey. Did someone say fishing? Because I remember first getting licensed, and I was told that basically I'm in the business of fishing now. That seemed really scary to me and not very attractive, because I did not want to put myself out there. I did not want rejection. Scary. You're starting a real estate business, and also now you're told in order to make money, you have to go talk to a whole bunch of people and make contact with a whole bunch of people. Most of them you may not know. That is very, very scary for many folks. And so what do you do when you actually have the opportunity? When the opportunity is right in front of you, you have that person's ear, then what? Little bit about prospecting, what it is. I wanted to start here first because I have found that in my meetings with brand new agents, they've heard this term prospect, prospect, prospect. Nobody really knows what that means when they first get into real estate. And so let's break that down first so that we're all clear. We can level set on what prospecting is. Okay. Prospecting is the process of finding new contacts and turning them into leads and grow your business. Process of finding new contacts and turning them into leads your business. So this shows that there are steps to this. I believe a lot of times people put prospecting and lead generating into the same buckets, and they kind of put them together as they're the same thing. They're two different things. You have to first go out, prospect, go out, get the contacts, get the folks, and then you get that lead, and that lead needs to grow your business. Okay, they're not a lead at first. I believe that when you're prospecting, you're just going out there and talking to as many people as possible. Um, being it's like we're in a contact sport, so you're touching as many people as possible, but you touching those people does not mean that they are leads. Okay, once they seem to express interest, then they turn into a lead. So, can we the thought that prospecting and lead generating are two different things? I just want to propose that today. Um, can we change our mindset? And I think fear sometimes that many of us experience around talking to people in your business to grow. Can we just focus on the talking to, the connecting, the networking? Can we focus on that and understand that that then will lead to someone that may want your services? Okay, that that is the pipeline. Prospect first, then get the lead, and then that lead can turn into business. Talking about here very briefly is that prospecting is active. It is, you have to go out, you have to search, or like I said, fish. From Forrest Gump. But what I found is a lot of us, and I'm guilty of this too, especially if you've been in the business for any amount of time and you're used to your phone ringing, right? You and you're used to people calling you, reaching out to you. You don't have to hustle as much to go out and get business. And I think sometimes veteran agents, we can get very, very comfortable there. We can get very, very comfortable with people reaching out and calling us. Therefore, we slack on our prospecting. Your phone may stop ringing. Forrest here, sitting here on the bench, just waiting and waiting and waiting for that call, still waiting for that call. And you're wondering why no one is calling you. It's because we forget, as new agents and as veteran agents, we forget that our jobs are to connect. That is literally our job. Our job is to connect. Our job is to be in relationship with and communication with people 24/7. That is our job. And we get so comfortable thinking that the business is just going to come to us. There's something that you have to do. There are multiple things that you have to do. You have to remain active in the growth of your business. Prospecting, right? So if the goal of prospecting is not just to get up, well, I believe that the goals of prospecting are, grow your business. If we sell a house, have to be in contact and communication with people that have a need to buy or sell a house. When you are connecting, your one of them should be to grow. That growing your business does not only mean, and we'll talk about this later, does not only mean um, sales. An auto shop and you are growing your business as an auto shop, you're not only focused on how many cars can I work on this month in the door to help me work on their car. You're not just thinking about the act of the business. You're also thinking about what is my marketing? What is my branding? Do I have a location? Do I have consistent mailers going out? Am I doing giveaways? So growing your business does not just involve getting someone to walk through the door for you to do the act of the business. It is growing the business in the whole business in general. So prospecting helps you grow business. It's not just about the transaction. That 100% of the people that you talk to are not in the market to buy or sell a house, right? They're just not. They may have already just recently purchased a home, or they're in their forever home. They're not going anywhere. Or they're renting and not interested in purchasing something right now. So wanting to speak to people that are interested in transacting real estate right at this moment, right? If you're focusing on establishing relationships, if you're focusing on connecting, and also help you to generate referrals, because of the fact that 100% of the people that you are connecting with are not trying to transact real estate right now. Of prospecting, or goal of prospecting, should be to establish and solidify relationships. Again, this is kind of an out of the box way to think about prospecting, because we're told that, and we'll show this in the next slide or two, we're told that prospecting only looks like one thing as a real estate agent. I urge you all to maybe think outside of the box and go, okay, could I take some pressure off of myself? Not only am I in sales and I don't know where my next commission check is coming from, but also now I feel like I have to go talk to a whole bunch of people that I do not know about real estate. And then this never ending cycle of anxiety, right? So could we change our mindset around prospecting? On the sale, we're focused on growing our business, we're on generating referrals, and we are focused on establishing and solidifying relationships. That you see, or videos you watch, classes that you're a part of when you first get into the business, you are told that you need to do to prospect and or lead generate, because again, those two things are put in the same bucket a lot of the times. Is what it sounds like. These people don't know you from Adam, and you're calling them. It's cold, freezing, okay? Cold calling, the most common types of cold calling, you're calling expired listings and you're calling for sale by owners, okay? Circle prospecting. Circle prospecting is fun. So you have a listing. Circle prospecting involves just, if you can imagine, drawing a circle around the house that you have listed or you're doing open house on, and you are intentionally connecting with the neighbors and the people around this house, okay? Generating website. So a lead generating website would be a website that can allow you to collect information from people via the internet, or a lot of lead generating websites now are attached to social media, landing pages, things like that. So a lead generating website is a website that specifically allows you to put out in order to get information back from people, and then you can use that information that you are receiving to, you know, add these people to your database and get them in your flow. Or if this is still a popular way for people to prospect, I know that COVID has severely, I think, ruined door knocking for a lot of folks. Not only for the realtors that are doing the door knocking, but for the people who are answering their door. Right? So door knocking, I think, is going away. I'd love to hear in your comments, any of you that still door knock or know folks that door knock and are still being successful at it. I'd love for you to put that in the chat, and I'd be interested to hear about that. I just know that in the past few years, the landscape of how we communicate has changed greatly, and I feel like door knocking is one of those things that has gone by the wayside. Partnering with lenders. Um, Partnering with lenders is a good way. You know, basically you refer back and forth to one another, right? You establish a really great relationship with a local lender, and when that lender has a lead, they give it to you, and vice versa, right? So partnering with lenders is a popular way that many realtors, especially when they're getting started in the business, um, get foot in the door and just start initially with of people that you don't know, but that your lender does, right? So that's a great way to prospect as well. Social media. There are so many. I think this is a class in and of itself, is how to use social media to prospect. But social media is market anymore. I think a lot of us are starting to realize the value in it, but I also think that the sky is the limit with social media. Your reach is just so far. So you can prospect with social media. Obviously, you can prospect through open houses or with open houses, because you have people walking in the door that are interested specifically in looking at a house, right? So open houses, I think, will continue to be a popular way to prospect. Um, in the past 10 years, and I don't know if it's more than that because I've been in the business almost 8, but I know that when I was first getting into the business, paying for leads through Zillow and Realtor.com and other websites was new. So Zillow, Realtor.com, and I think Homes.com. There's a lot of different websites that reach out to realtors and say, hey, if you pay us, you know, this month, we will connect you with leads, right? That is a valid way that many of us have built our businesses. Neighborhood farming. Neighborhood farming, I think, still works. You just pick a neighborhood or a certain mile radius, and you consistently are touching that neighborhood. Most of the time, it's with mailings. Neighborhood farming can get to be pretty, if you have the money to do it and you have the money to really invest in that to be successful. Neighborhood farming is still a really great way to prospect. You're getting yourself in front of people that don't know you, and obviously they're homeowners, most of them, right? And then the last thing that you can do to prospect is networking. So going to local events, going to community events, volunteer work. So just getting out there and meeting more and more people is a great organic way to prospecting. Trained to, or either by other brokerages that we've been at, or you trained yourself because, you know, maybe you got licensed, you got really excited and you started watching a whole lot of YouTube videos and reading blogs about how to be a realtor and how to be successful. And I think most of the time, the focus in prospecting training is on acquiring the lead. Let me door knock. Let me do this open house. I've seen many an agent do an open house, and then they get leads from the open house and don't follow up. Right? It has to be nurturing to transact real estate at that moment. So let's say you do your prospecting activities and you get a list of 25 names, email addresses, phone numbers, whatever. Um, let's say two people with you. It, there are 23 people. So do those 23 people fall by the wayside? Um, do you just stick them in a notebook somewhere and don't follow up? So it's got to be that true success in prospecting is going to come from first acquiring the lead, but then nurturing it. So let's talk about this word nurture. And I will tell you all, I had so much fun just kind of digging into this topic a little bit because I myself had a couple of aha moments as I was preparing this live stream. And one of them comes from just the pure definition of nurture. Being and researching for this live stream, what most was that nurture can either be a noun or a verb. I think we're supposed to do both and successful. You get a lead, you've acquired the lead, and now it's time to nurture the lead. Nurture means the process of caring for and encouraging the growth or development of someone or something. Or out of the mindset of, I got to get this lead, I got to get this lead, and this lead's going to lead to a sale, right? Sale, 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 sale. If you just simply around going to nurture happens intentionally care and encouraging the growth or development down here, fostering development, cultivation, right? You get that open house and maybe they're not ready yet. They may not be ready to buy yet for a lot of different reasons. Are you fostering? Are you developing? Are you helping them get pre-approved? Baiting to care for and encourage the growth or development of. Saying earlier, right? What we are doing, we are supposed to be active in it. My phone to for somebody to call me. So I make the initial phone call, you come to my open house, I follow up, or I make this cold call, nobody answered the phone, I left a message. I sent you a note on Facebook. Don't ever go back. We move on to the next shiny thing. Many of us experience really high highs and really low lows in our business, and there's no consistency. One transaction to another, instead of going, how can I nurture contact with everyone that I'm blessed to come into contact with? Foster these people. Okay. It was my huge aha moment preparing for this live stream. Already gathered, the direction that we're going in is versus transaction focused. I say that is because you have the business of offer, let me have this contract signed, and then we go under contract. All right, now inspections and appraisal, and then maybe more negotiation, and then okay, let's get to the closing table. That's not just who we are. A really crappy reputation people and only caring about that paycheck. Go in and not on purpose most of the time, probably not intentionally. That it's on the next deal, the next deal, the next deal, the next deal. Closing. Like we're so focused on the transaction and we forget about the people. Special, unique profession that allows us to help usher people through like the most monumentous occasions in their entire life. And it's not about the commission, it's about the people. Get it on the front end, and by front end, I mean prospecting, and we forget it on the back end. And this is not the class we're in today, but what are you doing after the close? Focused to relationship focused. I was at Costco on Sunday. That I should have been spending. Okay. And as soon as you walk through the door, section, and I guess people are selling like, so you're just walking through and you can't get 10 feet stop you to sell you something. So bad for the folks that I was seeing, like the salespeople, right? As a fellow salesperson, I'm like, there's no way that is enjoyable for you to talk to hundreds of people a day and for people to be like, no, no, thank you, or ignore you, or probably some people getting rude, right? It's not fun. People don't want to be sold to. Feel icky. It makes them feel like you're telling them how they should spend their money. If professionals, if we know this, what are you doing? What should you be doing? Are thinking to being attracting. What? Be about attracting and not about selling. In our faces. So we don't get hung up on. So we don't get, cursed out, right? Return your phone call. Work with you after they see you at an open house, after they've been to 10 already that day. Get your postcard in the mail and want to call you. You're a ninja. This sounds familiar, right? Solve problems for people and to make people feel good. By creating value. With people who they what? And flow with. I am a broken record when it comes to this, but I'm telling y'all, it's the truth. Those that they know, like, trust, and are in flow with. That have called them because their listing is now expired. They fired their previous listing agent. And their mother and grandmother and dog is calling them to see if they want to relist their house. Are they in flow with you? That they are going to choose you as their next real estate professional is very, very low. Of itself cannot just about it can't just be about the contact. It can't just be about the acquiring. If you don't know ninja and you not read the ninja book, you don't know what flow is. Flow is frequency, quality of interaction. And the reason why I'm adding quality of interaction is because from you, I don't think that's enough. Like, everyone's attention spans today are just so short. I blame it on Instagram and TikTok, right? Uh, People have very short attention spans, so you have to grab them very quickly, and it has to have high impact. That Are you in flow with people, and what is the quality of that interaction? Don't know. So if you have done your prospecting and you've gone out there and you've acquired information, so you've acquired a lead that says that they may at some point be interested in transacting real estate, a system where you are frequently interacting with this person. Interaction is so phenomenal that when they're ready, they're going to call you to play. The realtor of choice. We all, joke around about this. My favorite joke about this is, you can throw a rock and hit off of them and hit 10 other realtors. Of us, right? And stated in our stat is, but most very rarely, not like intimately know, it's, oh, my brother's cousin, my brother's uncle's cousin, or oh, my hairdresser's husband. Like everybody knows multiple realtors. Is not just to get in front of people. That's not just our job. Our job is not just to, let me make this phone call, let me put this door knocker on, or yeah, that's what they're called, right? The little door hanger things. Let me, inbox this person on Facebook. It's not just about that. It's not just about, hey, are you interested in buying or selling real estate? It's not just about that. Many of us doing the exact same things. So what's going to set you apart? That is going to cause someone to go, coworker is doing real estate on the side and use this person. But I've been hearing from Jane for consistently for the past 6 months. Great information about the market. Also sent me a nice note. I got a phone call from Jane. Jane, choice, because people do have choices, y'all. We cannot expect that someone is going to use us just for the sake of knowing that we are in real estate. You are not the only person that they know in real estate. Expectation should not be there, which means we have to put in the work in front of people with quality interactions. According to Ninja, is it's valuable, it solves a problem, or it makes them feel good. Market. So you're not sending them anything that is not relevant to them, that they can't actually use or branded. So they got to know that's coming from you, right? Combination of art and combination of the two is because you're interacting with. You may not know who you are sending these things to, giving these things to. You may not know. And based on our last live stream, you all know that there are different types of personalities. To touch all different types of personalities at one time, and you will not know who you're dealing with at any given point. that you are a caring advisor. That is important to them, that they want to work with someone that they feel like cares. Things as a part of your prospecting to that. And then you also have people who are more, linear thinking, science, you being a advisor, and you also have to be the source of all things real estate, of things that you can do in your prospecting to establish yourself as a caring advisor and a source. Okay. So personal notes, notes with news articles about the market, tickets and giveaways, calendars, notepads, coupons, postcards with positive quotes, invitations to things, happy anniversary, birthday note, and face-to-face events. The locator maps, quarterly neighborhood statistics, just listed, sold, flyers or postcards. Current matters, y'all. If you are not on that website, it's a really inexpensive, I think, investment to the things that they provide for realtors through that website cover both of these categories, art and science. And and they're so professional looking, it makes you look like you know what you're doing and what you're talking about. Newsletters, an annual CMA of their neighborhood, and doing like a class, a home buying class, an investment class, whatever, doing a class. So these are the two boxes that you should check when you are prospecting. Now, these are all the ways that we've been told as realtors that we can prospect. This concept now of providing value with art and science, now look at the list. Value through cold calling. Value when I'm circle prospecting. Value with my lead generating website. General, are there things on my website that how can I provide value when I'm partnering with lenders, and et cetera, et cetera. So remember, we're talking about shifting our mindset from being transaction based and focused and selling look like that instead. Prospecting is going to look like that, where you're attracting and your relationship focused place of value, coming from a place of, I want you to see me, caring advisor, excuse me, and all things real estate. You're ready to go right now or not, regardless of whether you're ready to transact real estate or not. But you know what? You may not be, but you may know 5 people that are. And because I'm in flow with you, because I'm not just prospecting and acquiring you as a lead, I'm also nurturing you. Gonna ring. Frequency of interaction is cultivating. That word cultivate, that's something continuous that you do. You don't You don't just make that one phone call or send out that one postcard. You got their contact information and that was it. No. Cultivate, nurture. It is ongoing, it is continuous, it is frequent. Things that you can do if you're switching your mindset to mindset. Let's say you meet that person at that open house, you get their contact information, you do the follow up, whatever your follow up looks like, and you are incorporating these people into your database, and your database is your automatic. A lot of it can be your automatic flow pieces, right? There's things that are coming out automatically from your database that you don't have to think about. They're just happening. Again, about the sell, and let me get you in for a buyer appointment, right? Hey, can I take you to coffee? You want to go grab some coffee? On social media, meaning you consistently respond to, not at all at one time, because you don't want to look like a stalker, but over the course of, you can either do 8 days or 8 weeks, whatever, on one of their posts, and then you're following up that comment on the post with an inbox to that person. Comment where everyone is commenting, then you're following up with a inbox. Okay, that's more personal. Oh, so great, that was so funny, or hey, how you doing? Right. Get one step further than acquiring the lead and then going, this lead needs to go to an appointment. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Right. And then pop buys, right? If you're adding them to your database, hopefully you have their information to be to your, however often you do pop buys for your database, you're now incorporating them into that. So again, we're talking about quality of interaction, we're talking about frequency of interaction. This is how you nurture. Fact. A reminder as we wrap up, if I have not said it again, 1,000 times during this live stream, acquiring it, business, and those referrals, all of that, you have to nurture. Nurture. You have to do both. Prospecting has to be both acquiring and nurturing. Those that were able to hop on, I hope that that was helpful for you all, especially in a market where many of you, if you came into real estate in the past, let's just say, experiencing something a little bit different right now, which is, oh shoot, there's some stuff I have to do to go get business because it's not just falling in my lap anymore. Because interest rates aren't 1% and 2% anymore. So you have to, I have some work to do. I have some work to do. This is the work. how do you move them to a space of nurturing? Continues to grow and grow and grow, no matter what the market is doing, no matter if we're in a recession or we're not, no matter this is normal and natural. Okay, global pandemic, right? No matter what's going on, how do you ensure that your people are reaching out to you, you're still transacting business, you're still doing all the things? It's here. Nurture. Expecting and acquiring, nurture. Helpful for you all. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Marissa at 5starleaders.com. As I said, Emma will be sending this PowerPoint presentation out as a follow-up to the live stream with a link to it, because we did record today. I remembered to press record, everybody. So even if you weren't able to catch this live, we will be sending it out to you for you to refer to later. All right, thanks everybody. Have a really, really great rest of the week. Enjoy your weekend and happy selling real estate.